Mr. Fantastic F tier. First, because his name starts with F. Second of all, because he's probably the worst character in the game. Like, I don't see this character played ever. And even when I do see him play, it's just like a disastrous game. There isn't much reason to play Mr. F. I think Mr. F as a character needs to be reworked. I think he's so boring. I think he's so bad. And I think if they make him good, the game is just gonna be unfun. Or I guess they could keep him really bad. But he's just horrible. He's not getting any buffs or anything, and he no reg. So usually I'll put him D tier, but just for the memes, I'll put him on F tier right now because he is F tier. Because he is like one of the worst characters, and his name starts with F. So. They fixed the no regs. Oh, that's good. Still F tier. Moving on. I honestly the thing. I think this character is horrible. I think the thing is like the worst thing in the game. I've tried playing him. I don't know. I just don't see the point of playing this character right now. I don't see the point of playing the thing. I kept thinking he's like good against dive, but I feel like he's really bad most of the time. Even against dive, he doesn't provide enough value. I feel like there's more characters that provide more value than the thing, because his entire shtick is holding right click. But yeah, he's a giant damage sponge, especially because M exists, and he doesn't have much verticality. So I mean, he can jump to people, I guess, but that's about it. I know. I think the thing also needs a massive rework. I think I said it before, but there's so many characters they release that are cool in concept that are so boring in reality. And Mr. Fantastic and the Thing are so boring. The Thing is just hold right click. And like he has so many buttons, but they all are not interesting. So I just find the character boring and I think he's bad. What's next D tier? Honestly, do I put Scarlet Witch for sure. Scarlet is going D tier. Scarlet is going D tier. This character, bad. I keep saying the same thing every season. It doesn't matter what she, like how she gets buffed. Doesn't matter what they change about her. She's just bad. She's a bad character. She's not fun to play against. She's not played at all. Even Scarlet one tricks don't play Scarlet in top 500 anymore. She's just bad, you know, like and that's fine, you know, it's fine to have a character like Scarlet that is bad, but easy to play, because you need noob friendly characters. So in that sense, you know, I'm happy with what we have. I don't think I mean, you could rework her, but again, you do need noob friendly characters. So I think Scarlet is in a nice spot where you can carry low elo games, but then she falls off later on, which is fine. Maybe that's why they don't buff her too much. Next up, honestly, Spider-Man. Well, I think this character's ass. I mean, he's not ass if you're a crackhead, Adderall-pilled guy on ketamine that is 15 years old and plays Spider-Man 10 hours a day and practices swings off the map. So he can swing you from Yggdrasil path to, you know, the Bucky map. And then like, pull you to Watchpoint Gibraltar. He's pretty bad. Pull only Spider-Man off the map? Yeah, sure, he's A to S. Pulling off people off the map doesn't make him S tier. Like, once you get pulled off a few times, you're gonna start playing behind corners or like trying to counter it, and then he can't do anything. And his ultimate is pretty good, but only if the enemy team isn't paying attention and doesn't save their cooldowns. But if people start paying attention and shoot him, he's bad. Also, another thing about Spider-Man is the fact that he's really hard. So it's just hard to get value in him. And even when you do, you could be getting more value from other characters. I did get farmed by really sticky. Black Widow, D tier. Just horrible character. Nobody plays her. She's bad. You know, I'm just going to be honest with you. I'm glad she's bad. This character never needs to be good. Listen, the moment Black Widow becomes meta is the moment this game actually genuinely falls off a cliff. It's already like speeding towards the cliff, but it's gonna slip and fall through the cliff. We've played these games in Overwatch, and I think they don't want to repeat the same thing. She should be reworked. How do you rework a sniper lady and not include the sniper? That's the thing. They should have just never added her to the game. You can't, like, there's no way you rework Black Widow and keep her identity without making her a sniper lady. You make her not a sniper. What if, okay, hear me out. What if we make her a melee character that has 2 batons? She already has them. That like can dive people. And maybe can mark them because she's like Black Widow and stuff. Like she can have like marking tech. And like go up and like beat people with the batons. And like you can have a grappling hook too. And you know, like maybe you can even like parry with the batons. That would be pretty cool. No, this character, terrorist character. And nobody knows how to play corners in this game. So the moment Black Widow becomes meta, it's GG. GG's. It's GG's. As our good friend would say, it's GG's, boys. It's legit GG's. It's legit GG's. What's next? Honestly, Thor is not D tier. Penny? I'm putting Penny D tier, bro. This guy is going here. This guy is going here. D tier. The D tier terrorism. Shoot the nests. That's all I'm gonna say. Every season I'm gonna say the same thing. Shoot the nests. Okay? Shoot the nests. Just shoot the damn nests, okay? Yeah. Maybe she's gonna be better now with Rocket and Penny. Now that Rocket is really good. But even then, I don't see a reason for you to play Penny. Thank you, Amon. I need to mute alerts though, guys. I'm so sorry. She's banned every game. That's how you know you're in a piss low. If she's banned every game, you need to get out there ASAP. Alright. Moving up in the world. I'm pondering. Honestly, Iron Man is pretty bad, but I don't think he's D tier. Iron Fist. I don't think Iron Fist is bad. Squirrel Girl. Honestly, I'm gonna put Squirrel Girl D tier. Honestly, bad character. They nerfed her and now nobody plays her. Like, they nerfed her a bit and now genuinely nobody plays her in the games I play. So I would pretty confidently say she's D tier. Because her ultimate just breaks too soon. I mean, listen. I know a lot of you are going to look at this tier list and be like, oh, but I could carry. I got 50 kills on Squirrel Girl, buddy. If you learn Psylocke, you would have 70 kills, okay? This Squirrel Girl character, her ultimate is just not that good. And her cooldowns are just too long now after the nerf, so. There isn't much else to say. She's just like press left click. Like a lot of the characters are just hold left click or right click. Scarlet, the Thing. Squirrel. Penny has a little bit more interesting stuff going on, but yeah. Blade isn't D tier. I think Blade is better than... I mean, Blade is... I don't see him often, but I still see him sometimes. I don't know. Maybe he's D tier. I think he's C. I think I'm done with D tier. I'm gonna put Blade C tier. I think Blade is really good or anything. But I think you get more carry potential than these characters because you have a lot more tools. You have the anti-heal. You can stack anti-heal with other stuff now. And you can just kill people by landing shots. You can just play gun. So, you know, he's not the worst thing ever. Right? He's not the worst thing ever. Oh, Iron Man? I don't think Iron Man's D tier. He's C tier. And his ultimate does counter a few things. And you can get away with playing him sometimes. Even in higher elos. But overall, I think he's still pretty bad. He's just solid. Like, he's not solid, but like, all around, he has so many things. Like, he doesn't have anything that really counters him other than him being bad. But I think he does need some changes as well. I think he needs some changes as well. Definitely. He's a really cool character. And I kind of wish he was more like Daredevil in the sense that he had the same success, but I think they kind of screwed it up. Because there was a lot of hype around him. What else do we have C tier? Iron Man. I don't think Iron Man's good. Especially with Hela being meta. Hela, Psy. Namor. Like, there's so many characters that just cook him. Throw Iron Fist and F. I don't think he's F tier. But Iron Man is just like really chunky flying target that's really easy to kill. He's really good to kill tanks. But tanks just don't get close enough. And his ultimate just gets countered by Mag. Mag or like anything, you know. You're just kind of playing Iron Man to build ult and then kill everyone, but I don't think that's too good of a strategy. I guess he could work in lower tiers, and he has a team up with Ultron, but I don't think Ultron team up is that good. I don't think it's that good. Honestly, Hawkeye. I think like it's just too hard to get value in Hawkeye a lot of the time. I don't see him played ever, which is really phenomenal considering that he has so many one-shots. And I talk about it every season, but I feel like he's one good buff away from becoming a terrorist. Because he can one-shot in the moments like when people play against him, they don't know what to do because he just kills everyone by just shooting them in the head across the map. Like even Cloak and Dagger, she just gets cooked. which is really funny because clothes don't know what to do. They're like, what the? Other than that, I think the main weakness about Hawkeye is the fact that, hey, I'm easy to dive, and if you just stand behind shield, I can't really do much. Also, his ultimate has too much of a wind up. You can easily kill him. Yeah, he's really slow. I think that's the issue. I wish they would buff his other tools and nerf his one-shot, because I think his one-shot is really annoying. I think that's why they didn't want to buff him, because if they buff him with the one-shot, I think he's quite crazy. Anyways, moving on in the world. Honestly, Angela, I would put C tier. I think she's very like occasional. I think she just gets countered too easily by everything. If the enemy team isn't playing too many counters, I think she could be B tier, but she just gets countered by super easy things. All it takes one Winter Soldier. All it takes one Invisible Woman. All it takes is Jeff Bubbles. Those counter you so hard. It's map dependent, Angela. Because if you can't boop them, you don't get that much value. But I've seen a lot of interesting play with her. You know, I've seen people get better and better. But there's only so much you can do on Angela. Your gameplay loop is quite legitimate, just booping people and pulling them. If the enemy team just plays around that, you're cooked. You're so cooked. Emma, one grab for Emma, you're dead. So far, I think she's in a good spot though, because I think she's another character that would make people lose their minds. Also, she is counterable, so that's good. Even though, like, if you don't pay attention, you die a lot. Next up, I'm gonna say, honestly, Thor C tier. I've seen Thor a little bit in pro play and stuff to break chokeholds, but the thing is, in ranked, you can't really rely on your Thor too much. I think he's good. I think he's infinitely better in lower elo, but I would never put him higher than C tier. I think I understand a little bit the point on why he's so good in lower elo. It's because he just kills everything. But once you start climbing, it's just really hard to compete with an Emma. It's really hard to compete with a Mag. It's really hard to compete with an enemy team that just shoots you, because he doesn't have a shield or anything. He is really good if the enemy team is panicking though. Like, he is a win more character. If the enemy team doesn't know what to do and you just send it, you just kill everyone because they die so fast. So yeah, but the reason why he's good at breaking spawn hosts is because he does so much damage. But other than that, I don't know. This character just doesn't have too much utility. You're kind of like just running around, booping people, and then spamming your Awaken for him, trying to get kills. And it's a lot more fluid than before, but it's still not good enough. That's about it for Thor. Iron Fist and BP. Honestly, I think BP is C tier. I'll be honest. I don't know. After the nerfs, I've barely seen this character. I've barely seen him played. Even without bans. Nobody bans him anymore. Yeah, the nerf neutered him. Yeah, he has a lot of Earthbound. I think Bucky buff plus his nerf really did it for him. I think it really did. I think he genuinely got euthanized. Why does he terrorize my games? Because you're in Pistlow. Listen, guys, the answer to all of your questions, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be in trying to ego you. It is because you guys are in Pistlow. And people are smurfing on you. That's it. That's it. Just ban BP in those ranks and move up in the world, and when you get to higher ranks, you're gonna have different problems, like people just slurring you. But yeah, BP is either really good or really bad. He's never like really consistent. Necros put Angela in A tier. No, this guy's a crackhead. This guy, genuine crackhead, putting Angela in A tier. I would put her maximum B tier. My counter argument is that she gets countered too easily. Like, there's too many abilities that screw you over. But that guy's on fentanyl. Anyways, back to BP. BP is a terrorist character in lower elo because people don't know what to do. But if you PO even for a millisecond, he's like, it's really hard for him to do anything. Even if he misses his dash, he just dies. So yeah. But that's about it for BP. I think Iron Fist is probably C tier as well. I don't know. Iron Fist, I think Loki, later down the season, people realize he's a terrorist because the few times I've played against him, he just melts my HP now. He just melts me. I can't do anything on tank. He is like a Wolverine that has a jetpack, can fly around and parry. It's really bad. I think Magic is C tier. I think Magic is a B tier. But Iron Fist, especially with his ult, and if he gets damage boosted or something, I think he just kills you. He could be B. He could be B or C. I'm gonna put him C tier right now. The main issue is that he can't do anything but shoot tanks, and his ultimate is a lot of nothing burger. It is useful if nobody's healing the tanks, but if the tanks are getting healed, you're just farming low charge. So I think C tier is honest. I think C tier is honest. He could be bumped up to B tier later down the line, but definitely C tier for now. Definitely C tier for now. I'm thinking about the other characters. Anyone else I want to put C tier? I don't think so. I don't think so. Okay, B tier. Okay, what do we have? I think Punisher is solid B tier. Good character all around. He's always like a solid pick, you know. Jeff is S tier, bro. Jeff is giga meta. Storm. I can see Storm being in C tier. No, I don't think. Storm is an interesting character. I'll ponder. Punisher is an A tier. Punisher gets countered by Psy, who's meta right now. He gets countered by Magneto hard. Hela counters him hard because he's so chunky. He is not A tier. I think he's a solid middle B tier. He's just all around really good. Big damage, big counter, but that's about it, you know. He counters Jeff and Emma ult. Brother, if you Emma ult a Punisher ult, I think your brain is getting countered. And you can just cancel your Emma ult if he ults it. Like, that is a nothing burger. Also, if Punisher ults when Jeff is ulting, Jeff can just leave. And he wasted his ult. And you need to play around your Punisher. You're so right. You need to play around your Punisher. But he can be really good if you do play around Punisher and Mag is banned or their Mag isn't dealing with you or your Mag is protecting you. So all around, yeah. Adam is a terrorist this season. Adam is being played almost every game in pro play. He's absolute terrorist character. Anyways, moving on. I think Hulk is B tier. I think people would disagree with me. But I think if Emma is banned and you have a good Hulk player, I think this character is an absolute demon. Listen, I don't know. I'm Hulk pilled. I'm green pilled. I think people just never see good Hulk play and they assume he's banned. It's the same with Winston in Overwatch, you know? People just assume white boy can't play Winston, you know? But nah, that's not true. This character has terrorist moves, you know? Hulk is not A tier. Hulk would be so good if they removed his Gamma team up with BP that is so bad and they just buffed the character and let the character rip it. Like, I just want Hulk to be good. Like, he is always a team up bot. Just put him, like, let him loose. Let the beast out. Let the devil out. Like, I want to see this. I want to see, like, there's some Hulk demons. When I was playing Spider-Man, there were some Hulk demons in GM. These guys were hard stuck GM because this character Loki sucks most of the time against most characters. But they were doing some crazy combos on me. They were juggling me like I was playing against a bison in Street Fighter and I didn't know what a bison bomb is. It was just like destroying. Like, they juggle you across the map, push you off the map. Like, there's some crazy stuff going on. And they only queue up Hulk every game. So they're demons on that character. And honestly, respectable. So I'm gonna put him B tier because if the enemy team isn't trying to hard counter you because you're just playing Hulk and you're really good Hulk, I believe in the dream. And second of all, I think that you guys need to understand that, hey, not everything is clear cut, you know. There's characters with insane potential, you know, and Hulk isn't one of them, but he could be. Moving on with my Chungus life, I'll put Loki B tier. Honestly, I would put Loki C tier or something, but I see him in pro play sometimes. I think he's nearly as bad as people think. I think people are gassing themselves, like gaslighting themselves. I don't think he's that terrible. I don't think he's that bad. I think he is the worst support. Like, I think supports are crackheads this season. Maybe Ultron on same tier as B tier, Loki. I think they are. I don't know. think maybe. I haven't seen him play too much after the nerfs. Yeah. The nerf on his healing and damage is pretty significant, but I think his lamp is still pretty good. And I think the Mantis team up isn't that bad. I feel like if you give it more time, people will realize that Loki maybe isn't that terrible. That's what I think. You know, maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I think. I don't think Loki is that insanely bad. I think people are underplaying it. Next up, honestly, I think Rocket is A tier. I'm just thinking about it right now. I think I'll put Ultron B tier. I think I'll put Ultron B tier. I think I put Ultron B tier because I don't know if I'm right or not, but from what I've seen, the nerfs have affected him quite a bit, and the healing isn't that much, and he just gets deleted a lot of the time. He's good. Like, I don't think he's an insta pick anymore, and I think he's still good against dive. He could be still A tier. I know I genuinely don't play Ultron enough to know if the nerfs affect him to the point where he's no longer like really, really good. But I think his healing is really bad. He's still A tier. He could be. I wouldn't, you know, argue against people that want to put him A tier. But I think the nerfs do put him a little bit more towards B tier. Anyways, Moon Knight. I think Moon Knight's B tier. I think you can just farm your ult so fast. I think the reason why Moon Knight is B tier, because you play him early on, first point, and you just kill everyone. Because the maps are usually, like, payload maps are super close. Then later down the line, it's way hard to do anything. I might be terrorizing myself and cooking my brain cells with this, but listen, I can see the potential in this. I can see the potential. And I see it in rank too, you know. Sometimes people just go Moon Knight, they just terrorize you. I think Moon Knight, the way I would describe Moon Knight is a character that, like, lets you snowball, but you need to swap off. Like, I don't think you can just play Moon Knight the entire game. I think you just play him in the beginning, you spam the choke, you farm your ult, you send your ult, you get a kill, you clean the choke. That's it. As you swap. And I think that makes him really good. And I think he's really good in low elo. Overall, I can see him being played in a lot of situations. If they don't counter him, everything counters him though. That's why you don't play him the entire match. He's really good at opening bottles, but he's really bad at having a good time with at a party. If it makes sense. So he's not B tier then. He's not B tier because he's not played the entire match. I disagree. I think if you have so many situations where you can pick Moon Knight and break a chokehold, I think that's B tier. Like, you're not exactly gonna see more Hulk than you're gonna see Moon Knight. Get your ult, kill them. It's a win more character, you know? You're just tempoing off of him. The moment you lose a fight, the moment they stabilize, it's really hard to do anything because you don't have the space. But if you have the space and you can do whatever you want, easy. It's free. It's just free. How do you counter Psylocke? You die. You don't counter that character. Anyways, Magic. Magic is B tier. I think she's quite good. I think she's quite decent. Like, I think the team up makes her really good. I think you can dive with her. I don't usually find Magic like a bad pick in a team comp. Like, I'm never like, oh, this is horrible. I'm like, all right, if she can cook, if she has a recipe, listen, I'll let her cook. Magic has one shot OP combo. If it was that OP, you would see her every day in pro play, but you don't see her in pro play, don't you guys? I'm asking you this, guys. If a character is truly OP, why don't you see them in a $1 million tournament? All right, that's something to ponder about, because I feel like people would want to play them if they were so busted. Nectar played Magic for Sentinels, and how did Sentinels perform? You know, I'm just saying, there's correlation, you know. Just because somebody picked the character and you don't know why they picked the character doesn't make the character OPS tier. Yeah, they play it to break the hold, but I'm not really talking about pro play too much. I think she's in general just solid. They won that round. Yeah, I'm just saying, if everybody played Magic every game in Ignite, nobody would lose. But you see what I mean? They only picked Magic a few times. They didn't pick her every game, and there's a reason for that. Anyways, Magic is good, and the team up is good with Strange, and Strange is good. So I think the team is quite good. They did nerf it. I think the nerf is pretty good. Honestly, Daredevil. I don't see Daredevil except Necro's playing Daredevil. I'm not putting him A tier yet. I'm not putting him A tier. We need to let this simmer a bit. We need to let this character simmer. We need to let this character simmer a bit. Because Daredevil is a really, really good character. And his abilities are really good, and he's really flexible. But they need to cook a little bit more. I know there's gonna be some Daredevil demons. And Necros is getting there, but then he's gonna get hard countered and crash out. I know for a fact, okay? And maybe he gets a small buff, gets like S tier, but right now I haven't seen Daredevil at all in my games because he's really hard to play. But once we get some really good players, get in more practice, I feel like maybe A tier. I think he's really solid. He has too many things. There's too many things. There's too many answers to stuff. And his playstyle is pure terrorism. I think his ultimate is a little bit underwhelming. I thought it would be a lot better, but it doesn't do that much. I might be correct. I might be stupid, but his utility alone makes him A tier. Yeah, guys, in plat. Chill, pipe down, guys. Nobody's talking about plat. I'm talking about the like once you like get into the actual games where people start thinking. If he was A tier, I would see him every game and banned every game, but I don't. I only see Necros play him. And Scramble, it's good. That's why I think you let him simmer. Because if you let him simmer a bit and people play him more, people get good at him, people learn his ability, animation cancels, and time their stuff a lot better. Maybe A tier. Right now, I would never tell a random plat player to go Daredevil, okay? After 1 week, I put DD in S tier. Listen. I'm a man that is willing to change his opinions. Rocket Raccoon. Honestly, Rocket Raccoon. Where we put Rocket Raccoon? I think Rocket Raccoon is kind of broken this season. I'm gonna be real with you. I feel like putting that character in A tier. You know, like I think that character is I think that character is a terrorist. Okay, I'm gonna be so real with you. I think Rocket is kind of a terrorist, right? So I'm not putting him B tier. What am I putting in B tier though? I think Groot is like B tier. Yeah, welcome to Texas, buddy. I think Groot is a good B tier character. Purely because he has too many counters. You don't see him interact too much. Like you can play Bucky, you can play Wolf, you can play Punisher, you can play Amma, you can boop him off the map. You can do so many things. I think Groot could be a B tier character, maybe A tier. I'm not sure about it. Yeehaw. I'll think about it. Oh, Storm is definitely B. Oh no, that's not Storm. Storm is definitely B tier. There's a lot of comps you can play her in with Punisher. She works really well with Punisher. I think the only reason she wouldn't be B tier is because Psylocke is mad now. But I think she's just really solid. I might be wrong though. I kind of want to put her C tier. I look at her, I'm like, on paper she should be good, but I think the paper is on fire, buddy. I think the paper is on fire. I think it's burning in my head. I'll put her C tier. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, Stormheads. I'm sorry, guys. I'm putting her C tier. Guys, listen. I can't lie to myself. Okay. I can't lie to myself. I'm doing the maths in my head. Psylocke, Hello, Phoenix, all these characters, they don't exactly get counted by a Storm. She's situational, but you also rarely get kills with your ult, especially in higher elo where people just out heal the ultimate as well. Wolverine doesn't counter Storm, buddy, but Yeah, I think Storm is C tier. I was gonna put her B tier, but I kept thinking about it. I was like, I don't know about that. I don't know if I want to put her B tier. You know what I mean? I'll put Groot B tier. I'm gonna put Groot B tier. Listen, you're gonna disagree with me. I don't give a shit. Okay, I don't give a shit. Putting Groot B tier purely because he has 50 million counters. If he has no counters, S plus tier. Okay, that's it. That's that's it. If nobody counters him, S plus tier. If he gets countered, B tier. All right. All right. I'm just saying B tier. Final decision on this. There's too many characters that are just too big of a terrorist against him, and also he's map dependent. You can't just like put him the entire game. Like some maps he's just really bad because it's really open. So whatever. But his ultimate is really good. Also, I don't think he's too easy. Moving on with my life. Human Torch. I would put Human Torch B tier. I don't know if he's that bad. But even in pro play, when he was being a terrorist, people weren't banning him every game. And now nobody bans him either. But I don't think he's that terrible. But I think right now people don't play him because he just got nerfed. And people are instantly, no, I'm not gonna waste my time playing this hero. Give it a little bit of more time and people will realize, hey, maybe Torch isn't a character that you can never play. Maybe you can still play him. And he'll probably get some buffs, right? Also, second of all, Torch is just really hard to play, right? So you don't have too many people that can play him. And I think the fact that you could never queue up Torch in ranked because he was permabanned would mean that people were just not good enough. They took Torch out back and blasted him point blank with a shotgun. No, with a water hose. With a water hose. Did they play Cloak and Dagger in pro play? Like even if Invis and Luna are not banned? Yes, not really, no. So I had 2 people say yes, 2 people say no. And one more person said yes and another person said no. So 50%. I'm putting Cloak B tier. That's my final offer. She's solid. She's solid. But I think triple support is just too strong. With Mantis and stuff. And you probably see her in pro play a lot because she gets banned. Everything else gets banned. But I think usually the way it goes is after Invis got buffed, is Luna, Invis, Cloak. Actually not true. I think if you need a lot of healing, you do want to play Cloak. But if you don't need too much healing, you're going to play Invis. But usually you just see triple support with Adam, and you don't need that much healing from Cloak, and I guess Invis is just better. Also, you don't need that much healing because Jeff is meta, actually, I just realized. Because Jeff does a lot of healing, so I think a lot of people have opted out to play more aggressive characters that can get kills with their ultimates and with their abilities and get away, as opposed to just heal botting. So I think Cloak and Dagger is definitely not the choice that people want to go for right now. Also because like, now that I think about it, like I feel like she is also kind of good against Jeff, but it's complicated because she gets countered by Mag, and if Mag is banned, you can't play Cloak because if Mag is banned on your team and on their team isn't, you can't really do much. Also, she just dies sometimes because you can pull her off with Bucky, and you can one-shot her with Phoenix if she doesn't have Fade, and if you bait out the Fade, you can just eat her after her ult. There's a lot of counters to her ultimate, right? You can even just shoot her in the head with Hawkeye. So in that sense, I think she's B tier, but I wouldn't say, like, in ranked, I don't really care too much if I have a Cloak. You can strange ult her. There's a lot of niche things you can do to counter her ultimate, because, like, when she ends her ult, she's not able to move for a little bit, so if you time it correctly, you just one-shot her. But she's solid. She's okay. Moving on. Think about what else could be B tier. I think Starly's S tier. I mean, not S tier, A tier. Phoenix, A tier probably. I don't think she's that bad after the nerfs, but she's definitely not a terrorist anymore. Her ultimate's still pretty good. Wolf? I don't know. Wolf is bad, but also really good. Like, he's not bad, but he's really good sometimes. I guess with Invisible being meta, or like really good, it's really hard to get value in Wolf. I can see Wolf being B tier. Yeah, I can see Wolf being B tier because of Invisible. And because Emma Mag. If the bans are right, I think Wolf is really impossible to kill. Also with triple support, I think Wolverine is like a lot worse. Like there's just too many characters nowadays that can deal with Wolverine. Bubble him, stun him. And if you don't deal with him, you kill him. And he can't do much. And also, if you cannot deal with him, you just lose the game. Right? So he's just a win more character by quite a bit. And there's a lot of characters that have dashes, yeah. And there's a lot of characters, tank characters that are really nimble. Like Angela Cap. Venom can still be grabbed by him, but you can't really kill him unless the entire team shoots him. And with so many hitscan characters, it's really hard to do much with Wolverine. But again, you know, I don't think he's necessarily bad. I think he's a very... I think if you pick him in the right situation, you win the game. So it's really hard to decide, you know. If you don't counter him, easy win. If you counter him, you're struggling. Next up, I think we just move to A tier. Oh, actually, Namor. I don't. Is Namor A tier? I don't know. I like it's a weird thing with the team up. The team up is weird. Is it even good? I think it's kind of good. If Hela's ban is just Namor, yeah, that's what I mean. You know. If Hela's ban is just Namor, that's why it's really hard to rate Namor, because it's like, how do you rate this character? What do you do with him? Like, how do you rate him? He's purely based off of his team ups, because he doesn't exist without his team ups ever. He never exists without his team ups. Never. I'm gonna put him A tier. I don't know. It's really hard to rate him with the new team up. It's really hard. I think it's a good team up, but then you're like, okay, what do, you know? What do? Okay, I'm gonna put him A tier. I'm gonna put him A tier. I think he's just like I think so far the consensus is that the team up is really, really good. Because it applies anti-heal and slow and gives you squids for you and Hela, which seems really strong. I did Wordle. But it's really hard to determine how good he is without the team ups, because he's never played without the team ups. Like, people just never play him without team ups. It's either team up Namor or no Namor. And it's like, alright, bud, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? So rating him is really hard, but I think on paper he's quite solid. Especially if you're good on him. And Hela is usually a permaban. Thank you, Pita. I appreciate it, tier 1. So in that sense, you know, Hela does make him quite the demon. But without a team up, I think he's B tier. Right? But I think I know why they're so obsessed with making him a team up bot. I know why they're so obsessed with making him a team up guy that just does only whatever else. Like, he only does whatever his team up does. Like, he does in a vacuum, he doesn't exist. I play Fantastic all the time in Platoon PlayStation 5. It's because I'm trash and I can't aim. I do respect that. I do respect that. Star-Lord, honestly, in pro play he's really, really, really good. But he's kind of like Tracer. Like, it's really hard to get value in him if you're not good. And he's a really difficult character. But if you're good, you can dive with him. He's kind of a divey character. And his ultimate does do crazy stuff. You just need to play smart. So I think Star-Lord is like one of the most honest characters in the game. I've never been like, oh, this Star-Lord guy, he's OP. I'm like always like, okay, that was a nice dodge. That was a nice one clip. That was a nice maneuver. Like, he's juking. I think he's a good character. I think he's a really good character. He's very strong. He's very strong if you're good at him. And I can see people just one-tricking him and winning a bunch of games. But some games it's hard to get value, because some games you do need support from your team and you won't get it. Invincibility frames is not honest, buddy. You have invincibility frames for like 0.3 seconds twice per like 15 seconds. Relax. He like needs to time that shit. You can just bait it out and kill him. Me when there's outplay potential and I can't just shoot this guy and kill him instantly. Star-Lord ult OP? It's not though. Star-Lord ult is OP if you guys are unable to actually hide. Like, I don't know if you've seen pro play, but whenever Star-Lord ults, everybody just hides behind the tank and he can't shoot the squishies because the tank takes the auto aim. And then they hide inside a room, cloak, bubble, nobody dies. Like, if you're smart about it, you don't die. And you can save Maggot, you can save a lot of shit to actually deal with him. But if you don't, and the Star-Lord actually baits you and waits for the right moment, you die. Right? So there's a lot of back and forth, which I like. Also, Loki just cancels his ult with the lamps, right? It just does. It just does. Next up. I think Rocket is 8 here. Listen, I don't want to be that guy, but I think this guy is a terrorist, okay? I think this guy is a terrorist when ranked. 40% damage boost and shields. Buddy. It's like a Luna ult. It's like a Luna ult that can damage boost and heal at the same time, okay? The only reason I don't put him S tier is because you can break his ult. I am enjoying the amplifier. Can't you just play Phoenix? No. Because you can just shoot the Phoenix with a 40% damage boost. You do realize Phoenix ult is destructible, and when you have 40% damage boost, you can just shoot it. Like, if you're actually smart about it, I'm pretty sure that rocket damage alone just breaks Phoenix ult. It is funny thing to say, but I genuinely feel like a good rocket ult, a good rocket with a good ult placement counters Phoenix ult if you actually focus it. Something you should test. I don't need to test it because he does more than 400 damage by the time Phoenix is gonna land on you. He has so many bullets. Or force Phoenix ult and ult after. Yeah, you can do that, but like with a 40% damage boost, I'm pretty sure with a 40% damage boost, you just nuke the Phoenix ult even with Cloak and Dagger, right? And his res beacon is really funny because it just gives you one more guy, and a lot of the times it's too hard to kill because the range is too big. And I've seen him quite a bit in pro play. Chokeholds, you play Rocket. You play Rocket on attack, first point easily. Super easy to get value on. You farm your ult, you send it. And I think we see way more Rocket. And we've seen Animal Crossing backlines with Jeff and Rocket. I'm just saying, this character is a terrorist. I might have judged him too harshly. I think Cap is A tier. I think he's really good. I don't put him S tier because I think Venom is better than him. And I think the other reason why I don't put him S tier this time around is because I kind of realized that maybe in lower elo, it's hard to get value on him because you can't kill people as often. His damage isn't that crazy. But in high elo, he's really good. You went towards C or D tier? Yeah, maybe. We'll see later down the season. We'll see, maybe. I can see that. I'm always willing to change my opinions. Maybe he's C or D. C and D tier? Cloak and Dagger tier? Either way, Cap. Captain America. I think Cap, good. Good ult. Good to stall. Good to dive. But I think you want to play Venom over Cap if he's open. Because with the anti-heal especially now, I think that is really, really good. And he's unkillable as well. But it really depends on what you want. Because Cap on defense can also be better because you have another support link. You can just stall point forever. There's a lot of reasons why Cap is really good. But yeah, Cap. He's basically the same as before. I'm a YouTube enjoyer and the tier list spoiled for me. What should I do now? Delete your memory. Delete your memory. Forget it ever happened. Rewatch the video. It's fine. Yeah, moving on. What else do we put A tier? Phoenix? I don't think Phoenix is S tier. I think she's A tier. She could be S tier. I could be wrong. But I think she's A tier. I think I'm pretty confident saying she's A tier. I think the reason why she's A tier is because I believe that the animation cancel is or was an absolute terrorist character move. And I also believe her ultimate just dies too quickly if you shoot her. You know, like you can actually just break her ult, and you see it quite often in pro play. And if you do that, a lot of her value is diminished. A lot of people just go for the one-shot combo. But if you can't go for the one-shot combo, you're dead. Like, you're not dead, but you might as well play something else, right? So I believe that she's just better in higher tier play where you can combo better with a mag. But usually she also just gets shot down quite a bit. And it's very easy to break her ult. So without the animation cancel and the fact that she doesn't get ammo when flying, I think she's easily A tier. You can mag bubble the Phoenix. You can mag bubble the Phoenix. But it was good nerfs, you know. She was really good. I think put Mantis A tier as well. Even though she's like really OP on paper, the only reason I say Mantis A tier because you want to play her in triple support. Usually you don't want to play her in double support. But if you have triple support, she's quite broken. Like, she is a permaban in pro play, and I think she's good, really good in ranked. As a matter of fact, a lot of the times, if you don't play DPS and you need a DPS character, I think you just go Mantis. You just go Mantis, and I think the chance of you winning the game go crazy. Because you can also pocket your other DPS, and he can have a crazy time, right? And she does a lot of damage. She does a lot of damage. Damage boosts. Her support loot, honestly, not that bad. You can play aggressive with it because it speeds. Pretty good. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Strange. A tier. Solid Kai. I wouldn't put him S tier because I think other characters are too strong. And I also think there's only a few guys that can play Strange and get away with it in S tier. But as long as Emma is open, I don't think this character is that, like, I don't think he's A tier, S tier, you know. But if Emma is banned, I can see Strange S tier. I can see Strange S tier if Emma is banned. But with Emma open, it's really difficult. Also, another reason why I would put him like S tier is that you have so many possibilities with portals that open up a lot of doorways. And that really helps you. That really helps with creating a situation where your team can win the game if you use your portals correctly. You see it a lot in pro play. Like, what separates you from a really good, like from an average Strange player is just setting up moments for your team to break chokeholds. By opening a portal and just creating a situation that wouldn't happen otherwise. And just by setting the tempo. You can portal at the beginning of the game to kidnap somebody. You can portal to break chokeholds. You can portal for so many situations. I think spamming portal is quite genuinely like one of the better things you can do. Spawn door portals. Listen, in 6 months people are gonna forget about spawn door portals. I'm gonna catch people off guard again. What else is A tier? Adam? Yeah, I think Adam, I put A tier again. I think Mantis and Adam are S tier, but I don't put them S tier because you need triple support. You just cannot play them. Like, you don't see it quite often in rank because you just need the right settings, but it's like Exodia. Exodia's limbs are useless unless you have the full Exodia. If you have the full Exodia, you win the game. You smell me? You smell me? So, in that sense, I do believe this character is really, really good, but not good in double support. He just does so much damage, and I think his ultimate is really good now. And you can farm it really quickly. And his healing isn't that bad if you hit headshots, because he gets cooldown reduced. Other than that, you know, everything is... Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention his soul bond. Broken soul bond. And you see him really often in pro play, by the way. You see him quite a bit in pro play. Depending on the map and everything, you see him quite a bit. It's really easy to just ruin somebody's day. And it's so boring to watch him. He's like Mercy back in the day, just 6-man res everybody. Yeah, Sibao, buddy. He's a fun support. Yeah, he's a fun support. He's a fun support. I think most of the supports are really good this season. But still boring. What else do we have? Bucky. Do we put Bucky S tier? I don't know. Bucky's like a terrorist. I feel like I think he's S tier. Just thinking about these characters here. A. I feel like he's a terrorist. Like he's S tier. Yeah, I think he's a little bit of a terrorist. I think he's a little bit of a terrorist. If Bucky doesn't go S tier, you need to retire. I wish, buddy. I wish I could retire. Drink mojitos on the beach of LA. Banger. Anyways, only thing is like Invisible Woman. I think Invisible is S tier. Yeah, I think she's really good. Is she S tier? Or is yeah, I think she's S tier. Okay, it's Luna Snow S tier. We've talked about this. Yeah, big damage, big healing, big ult, damage boost, flake, nepo baby, industry plant. Skip. There's not much to say. She's just way too good, you know. She's just way too good. There's no situation in any of your ranked games where you don't want to play Luna, okay? And she's piss easy, okay? I don't even want to talk about her. Invisible Woman, S tier again, because she's just really good. I think if you play more aggro in Invis with her ult, you can set the tempo quite well, because you can genuinely block off people's LOS, put them inside the Invis ult, and if you get it super early, I've seen Dridru do it, you just jump up, send it, cut off the tanks, they can't get healed because nobody can see them, and they're so slowed they can't even run away. So her ult is really good. It's a really good counter to a lot of things. She's a big counter to a lot of things too, like Wolverine, Angela, a lot of divers, and a good Invisible Woman has a lot of agency. I think she's a really good character. And her shield is really good for DPS. Like, Invisible Woman Luna is really good if you want to pocket a DPS. Because you put a shield on him, and you put a flake on him, he's just terrorizing. You can pull tanks, you can boop tanks, you can kill people. It's quite good. Emma Frost, do I need to say anything? It's Emma Frost. You know? I've been repeating the same thing every season. It's Emma, bro. It's Emma. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the character. It's just the character. Like, she has insane damage. She has a grab. She has her ult. She has everything. She needs more nerfs, bro. I'm so surprised she didn't get any nerfs this season. I'm honestly so bored with her ult. Not her ult, but with her existence. With everything about her. Like, it's been too long, okay? I get it. I get it, she's hot. I get it, she's nice. But come on, buddy. Come on, Guang Guang. Get us some nerfs. Venom. Listen, guys. I'm gonna be so real. Venom S tier. With the anti-heal and everything, he's getting banned every game. He's unkillable. He has anti-heal. He can one-shot with Rocket. He can one-shot with Luna. He can one-shot with everything. He is a terrorist, okay? He's a terrorist right now. Like, if Venom isn't banned in your game and you're playing any elo, really, you should be playing Venom, I think. And you're gonna get a lot of value on him. And it's not that hard. It's not that hard. No matter what you think, Andrew isn't creating a lab to play Venom. This character isn't that difficult. Go in, slam, run away, lock in, get your ult, kill everything. Thank you so much for 10. And, you know, you have a lot of agency with this character. You have a lot of agency. And he's really good with knife characters, especially with knife characters like Psylocke, right? Because Psylocke is a terrorist right now too. They buffed her ult, so now it goes through support ults, some of them, especially if you help her. And I'm pretty sure you can't like just heal each other and avoid her ultimate. So in that sense, I think she's really, really good. Like, I've seen a lot of situations where Psylocke just ults and kills 4, which used to not happen at all. I think she's definitely S tier. She's one of the characters you really want to ban. Thank you so much for the tier 1. Yeah, she outdamages Patty Cake because it went from 150 to 170 and you can move faster. She is definitely an elo terrorist. And if you learn Psylocke, I think you're gonna have a lot of fun, especially in lower elo. Bucky, 1,000 buffs to Bucky, please. 1 million gajillion buffs to Bucky. 1 gajillion. Like, next patch, give him 2 hooks. And honestly, his ult should just insta-kill the moment you land it on anything. The moment you land the ult, it should kill. Instantly. No question about it. Bucky's really, really good. Big damage. His ult is good. And now he, like, whenever you push people, like you punch them into your team, they can't even use movement abilities. So good. So strong. I think he should have 1,000 HP as well. And he has big damage too. They've been micro buffing him every patch. And I think I think if Emma wasn't meta, I think this character would be must pick. Purely because Emma is just so skinny and she has a shield and diamond form. It's really easy to dodge the hook. But if Groot was meta or Strange or anything more chunky was meta, this character would just fuck. And he still fucks, right? Hela got replaced by Phoenix, and then Phoenix got nerfed, and now she replaced Hela. I mean, Hela replaced her. Absolute demon of a character. Purely because of the team up. I feel like if you have the team up available with Hela, you just play it and you win the game. You have a Namor player with you. You just do Hela Namor. If there's a game they don't ban Hela, it's GG's. It's legit GG's. It's legit GG's. Because the new team up gives you a squid. It gives Namor a team up. And it gives the team up anti-heal and slow. And the squid is applied every time you guys get a kill. If team up is there, would you consider Namor S tier too? I guess so. But it's just really hard to rate a character purely off of team up. Also, her buff to her bird is really good. Not gonna lie. Her buff to the bird is insane. 15% damage boost and you get squid and assist too. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry that I have to explain this every time. Hear me. Listen to me. If you're a team up anchor, the damage boost is applied all the time. Okay? It's not applied only when the team up is active. Okay? It's always there. It's always there. You don't have to have the team up. You have the damage amplification. You're gonna have the damage amp even if the team up isn't active. Alright? The game size has gone 40 gigs up since last update. Or like since whatever, since 6 months. Yeah. And they keep updating the game with more and more naked pictures of Bucky in 4K resolution. Anyways, Hela's really good. Mag is Mag. I don't even want to talk about it. Mag is Mag. It's just Mag. It's just a Mag. It's just the same character. Like, he's not being touched. Mag is Mag. Mag is Mag. And then Jeff tier. Mag is Mag. Mag is Mag. Like, Magneto is just the same character. He hasn't been touched at all. So there's a point me repeating everything every time. He's just solid. You can always play Mag. And honestly, like, if you play Mag well, you can just kill people. Like, you can just one-shot them. Jeff? I mean, Jeff is Jeff. Like, Jeff is just, like, a terrorist. I'm just saying, this character is a terrorist. He just is. He's just a terrorist. Like, Jeff is just a terrorist. He's played every game in pro play. He's banned in pro play. He's banned in high rank. He's played in high rank. If you don't ban him, he's played. He kills the entire team. He can flank. He can heal. He can damage. He can cancel stuff with his bubble. He can run away. He's unkillable. It's like, I don't get people in lower elo to complain this character is bad. And like, Jeff is just a terrorist. Like, I've seen people play Luna Jeff. I've seen people play Jeff or Ku. I'm like, anything. Like, this terrorism, bro. Terrorism. I'm just saying, there is no reason not to play Jeff as one of your support, like as one of your DPS. If you have 2 supports, just go Jeff. You're gonna win all of your games. I promise to you. It is kind of map dependent, but even if the map isn't good for you, you can still play Jeff. Because if you imagine the situation where your entire team is stacked, and their team is stacked as well, you're doing damage and healing at the same time, and their supports are getting damaged, and they need to heal each other, so their tanks aren't getting healed, and their tanks can't push. If you take an off angle especially, and you just spit on the supports are just getting cooked. Thank you. And because he never dies, if the fight is scrappy, and you get a few kills, and Jeff lives, even if the rest of your supports aren't alive, you still win, because you have a support and they don't, because you probably would have killed their supports. And based on that, even if you trade, Jeff is still terrorizing you. But yeah, that's about it for the tier list.